All right, we're going to go into scene stealers. Brief recap on the first episode. We covered...
You can do it.
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah, we covered Joker, and of course, Joaquin Phoenix went on the board.
Correct.
Second episode, we covered The Invention of Lying, and Miss Jennifer Garner made the board.
Correct.
Here we are with Howard the Duck. We'll see who joins those two for season 3. I'll begin. I have an honorable mention. Is it Ernie? I believe you talked to him. I think is it Chip Zine or Chip Zine?
Chip Zine. Have not talked to him yet. We're still trying to get him.
Okay. My honorable mention goes to Chip Zine because his performance worked so well with the writing. I don't give him the Scene Stealer Award because I feel like his performance came sort of out of necessity due to the restrictions in the animatronics. So it was kind of it kind of forced the dry performance that he gave that meshed really well with the writing. But so my Scene Stealer is this is a classic case of separating the art from the artist. I have to give it to Jeffrey Jones because, like I said before, out of all the human actors in the movie, he's the one that really seemed to capture the tone of what the script was going for as far as the dry comedy. He felt fitting. Aside from Howard, he was always the character that stuck with me. Like when I think back, even the movie as a memory that I hadn't seen in 2 decades, I could always see the moments with him. Like it just really stood out as a character. Same thing for him in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, he was a really, really great character actor. And like the one smog inspection. He was just a very good villain.
For me, you mentioned this name earlier, and this is the first time I've actually done this. What we typically try to do with these films, we don't like to go with the lead actor or actress because it seems so blasé just to do it. But I have to go with Chip, and because to me, you're constricted by so much in this film. You're not in the Duck. Of course, we got Ed Gale that's in the Duck, and a couple other characters that did it. But what Chip did. Like I said, hey, we can't get Robin Williams, but we need you to do this. The fact that I even knew Robin Williams was even considered for the part put so much pressure. And to me, I know Seth Green's doing a killer fucking job right now, but for the 80s, his banter held up throughout the years. And to me, that's a sign. And I have to give it to him because there were so many things that could have been better with this film, but I wouldn't replace the guy that voiced him. It was contrite. You believed it. He had to make the emotions of the Duck throughout the film, so I got to give it to Chip.
Well, and he got called last minute too, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Ernie, is that correct? He was like the last.
There are different stories. It's kind of like whoever you want to believe.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well that's mine. So guys, feel free, James or Coby or Brandon, whoever wants to go first.
I mean, there aren't that many actors to choose from, so
they're not.
I think you guys spoke to the best of it. You know,
it's okay to agree with one of us. That'll help us. That'll help us decide who goes on the board at the end of the day. So we got Chip and we got Jeffrey. But feel free. Yeah.
I mean, I know, like you said, you try to avoid the main characters, and there's just so few characters. Which is nice. I think sometimes movies today are just so full of actors, and you're just like and cameos. But I just thought Leah Thompson really, she made it believable. And I know it's different now, like in a CGI world, they would be acting with nobody. And I think it would have been even more impressive in that instance. But, she really sold it. You really felt the connection between her and Howard. And as, funny or silly as the romantic undertones are or overtones, I really felt like they were friends. Like she was an outcast and she befriended this alien. And it felt like it made sense between the two of them.
I feel like we watched 2 different movies.
Oh my God.
I was about to ask you if you've been here the whole time we've been talking.
Oh, I've been here.
The best romantic drama of the century.
She sold it for me.
Modern day Romeo and Juliet, if you will.
I'm going to elaborate. I'll elaborate more towards the end, but I definitely, the first half of this movie, I'm not going to lie, like I was enjoying it. I really was. Yeah. And the second half. The only
way their relationship resembles Romeo and Juliet is it makes me want to suicide myself watching it play out. I'll get into that in the review as well because
he heard me. Brandon heard me. All right, so Brandon, since you heard me, go ahead, sir.
I'm gonna have to get to Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah, everybody's got to say that with a sigh.
Well, no, I like out of all of them, he made the most sense.
Yeah,
he
it did.
He tried to carry it, but you can't really. Yeah, there was too many other fucked up things about it. So
He did. Yeah, he killed it though. You could tell he was having fun with it.
there were points in time where I thought he wasn't doing it like that good of a job, but he only comes in like towards the second half. So it's kind of like the first half. I think Coby's very wrong about everything. The first half sucked, and the second half was decent. And I thought Leah Thompson was probably the worst actor.
And she's a good actress.
And
that's
she
crazy.
is. She's very good. Like, so it's just like, and you look at it, like, she was just young.
I chose her.
Blame it on youth.
Nice.
I'm gonna hard veto Leah Thompson on that one.
No, we're not there yet. Hold on, Ernie's haven't spoken.
I'm just letting you know. I'm already throwing my hard veto.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
Is it my turn now?
Yes, sir.
All right. If I had to go with the main cast, I would be with Jeffrey. He, out of all of them, had to bring three, like as I mentioned before, three different personalities, oftentimes at the same time, and switch on a dime and gradually change as it progresses. But if I had my personal choice as to I think was the scene stealer of the movie, it would have to look up her name, would be Jorlee McLean. She was the waitress at Joe Rogan.
The young one?
The young waitress, the one who hostility is a karmic boomerang.
Yeah. She's like, Halloween wasn't until next month.
Yeah.
I love how that's what tipped her off.
Yeah. She was great because she's like a waitress at this truck stop who's seen it all, and all this duck and this weirdo and this young woman is like, yeah, this is nothing. This is whatever. And I thought she was fantastic. And consistently of the people I've spoken with who work the diner scene, they all have high praise for her. And unfortunately, she's passed, so we weren't able to talk with her. So she was definitely someone we immediately wanted to talk to when we had the idea of doing this stock. So I'd have to go with her.
She was definitely a highlight for me too.
That was one of those characters that at their core they knew, like, they're just like, I'm just doing my job, man. Like,
yeah,
that was kind of like that's the character at their core, was that like, I just work here. I don't know, man. And I was just like, I like this character. So
she was definitely good.
That's a very good choice.
For such a small part, she did stand out, and you take the most of it.
Definitely did. And now I'm going to say something. Jeffrey Jones thought he'd never hear again.
Wait! I don't think we asked James.
Oh, we didn't ask. I'm sorry.
You're so rude.
James,
I am. I'm sorry, James. James,
it's on you.
So as amazing as he was, my ethics mean that I could not choose Jeffrey Jones.
So we're
I'm not judging you guys. I'm not judging you guys, but like
implicitly you are.
I mean, he was hilarious, but he's not my number one. My number one would have to give it to Chip Zien. Leah Thompson was my honorable mention, as I said in quotes, favorite quotes. She just has so many like terrible lines that she just delivers with such like sincerity that just make them hilarious. But the guy behind Howard, like the dry delivery is what makes him so much fun to watch. And a lot of the times with his lines, it almost seems like he's riffing his own movie. Like all this snarky remarks like, oh, Jesus, here we go again. Like stuff like that is just funny for me. So that's why I picked him.
So we're at an impasse here. So we got Jeffrey Jones has 2. We also have Chip has 2. I would like to say something that, so I agree. You heard me. Chip was good. He was my honorable mention. But all Chip had to do was go into a booth. And like Ernie said, Jeffrey Jones had to carry essentially 3 characters live action, and
by his damn self.
He got 1 honorable mention, and let's be honest here. As far as, at least to the best of my knowledge, I was trying to Google it really quick, but I know what he did was heinous. But at the end of the day,
easy boy.
What did he do?
All right.
It's a subject for another time.
Okay, y'all are gonna tell me after we wrap this because I honestly have no idea.
Be careful with that word because
I don't want to get you guys demonetized. I'm sorry.
In 2003, the actor was arrested for possession of child pornography for hiring a 14-year-old boy to pose for lewd photographs. All I'm saying is victimless crime.
I was a victim.
Oh, he hired him. He didn't get him.
If I hire somebody to kill somebody, I'm still a part of a murder. And with that being said,
wait. Hold on. Now you can't just that's what's being said.
I mean, he has a point though. If you hire,
however, from what I understand is he was the son of someone Jeffrey personally knew.
Okay,
so it makes it weirder.
Let's forget about Jeffrey Jones. Let's talk about Jennings. Okay, he was the highlight of the film. Let's put Jennings on the board. Jeffrey Jones. Jones.
I don't think I think everybody for Jeffrey, raise your hand. Oh, there's your answer, Chip. Chip, they just voted. What do you mean?
So that's by default?
Yes, 3-2. Do the math. They did the math when they sentenced him the time. And with that being said,
I'm just going to say I'll concede to that, but we had a chance to do something innovative here and really controversial.
Yeah, put him back on the internet where he doesn't belong. Yeah.
Damn. Well, all right.
You can fight forest fires, guys.
What are we even talking about here?
Congratulations, Chip Zine. You beat up.
Thank you.
The bar is really high there, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks for using your voice to speak up for things that are wrong in the world, Chip. All right.
Now, Brandon, was that a short joke that you just made at the expense of Chip Zine?
Unintentionally. That was unintentional.
Brandon, are you
I guess. No, that was an honest. That was unintentional.
In all seriousness, no, I agree. Chip, I mean, he is Howard the Duck, and he nailed it as far as the noir feeling, the dry performance. I'm happy with it.
Okay, welcome to the board. Good job.